So I've got my 2007 Lexus ES350. I live in Florida now, but you can see my Wisconsin plates represent. Anyways, so this is the ultra luxury edition with the 14 speaker Mark Levinson navigation. It's got the panoramic sunroof. You know, I have every single option you can get on this car. Not too long ago, my rear subwoofer, which happens to be 8-inch, started making funny noises, and then it would cut on and off intermittently. So I decided to replace it. Now, as you all know, Mark Levinson, a cheap one on eBay would be around 350 bucks. So I didn't want to pay that much, so I got this PYLE Blue Wave 600 watt dual 4 ohm speaker. Decided to make a homemade wooden bracket, surround, whatever you want to call it, you know, in order to make it fit. I have it all installed now and sounds pretty damn good. It actually beats a little bit harder than the Mark Levinson did, and it can handle more wattage. Now, from my understanding, the original subwoofer that comes in is 12 ohms, so you're going to want to get as close to that as possible, and as close to that as possible is 8 ohms. Now, in my old Lexus, I had to replace the speaker, and I put an 8 ohm in, and 3 years later it was still working, no problems at all. The amp didn't cut off, sounded great, so I decided I would do that again and save the extra money. So here we go. Sounds pretty good. As you can see, I had to take the entire back seat out in order to get to the damn subwoofer. All my trim pieces here, you know. Let me turn this down so you guys can hear me. Okay, so first of all, what you're gonna want to do is pull up on either side of the seat. You can see there's these little holes here, and if you pull up on this side and you pull up on the other side, the bottom part of the seat just lifts right up and out of the way. Next, what you're gonna want to do is, see if I can show you here. Well, on the back part of the seat, there is 4 bolts down on the bottom that hold it on. Can't see that, but they would be like right here, 2 on each side of the seat. So 4 total, and then you lift up on the back of the seat because there's like little hooks that actually secure it to the rear of the vehicle. Then, if you want, you can take the screws out of the top of the seat belt, so you can actually remove the entire seat. I don't think you have to. You could probably just, you know, lean it forward and out of the way, but I just found it was a lot easier when working back here to just have it completely out. Ooh, there's a bee in there. Whoa, get that fucker. Okay, anyways, so next what you're gonna wanna do is there's trim pieces that go right here, and there's like 3 little plastic things that go in these holes here that hold it in. So if you put your hand behind the panel pieces and just firmly, you know, pull on them a little bit, not too hard, and you have to be careful where you grab the pieces or you'd probably break it. But once you pull them, they come right off. Actually, I'll show you one. I still have them off, obviously. But here's one of those panel pieces, so you can take a look at it, and you can see. Okay, so there's a few more than I thought. There's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one is just like kind of like a little hook. It doesn't even actually, you know, secure it. It just holds it in a certain position, I guess. But anyways, it pops right off, and there's one on both sides. Then, after you get those off, there is this piece here, the obvious rear dash piece that goes on top of the speaker. And again, there's little mounting points. There's one here and one on the other side. And those are the only two that hold it on. You can see there's one here and one there. So again, you just lift up firmly and carefully so you don't break the piece, and it pops right off. And then I just slide it down right here and rest it against here. And then underneath this insulation shit, there's gonna be 4 bolts. See if you can see it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it. There's one here, one there, and then 2 on the other sides. Okay, so once you undo those 4 bolts, there's a wire harness here. So you can see that. You press the little button and it comes right out. Then the subwoofer, at first you're gonna think it's attached by something else because it's a little hard to get out, but it's not. There's just some silicone that, you know, seals the perimeter of the subwoofer. And if you just push on it a little bit, it'll come out. The damn bees do not want to leave me alone today. Look at that. That's a huge sucker too. Get out of here. Get out of there. All right. Okay, so, whoa. Okay, so after you get that subwoofer out, then you're gonna want to go ahead and take a measurement of the opening, and you can start putting together your new subwoofer that goes in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move from this spot because the bees are trying to sting me, and I don't particularly like bees.